On most nights, men and women exchange blows in the squared circle at the Bukom boxing arena, with a sellout crowd watching and yearning for the next big thing in Ghana. Juvenile boxing has been one of the community's biggest production base of boxers. Kids from the ages of 10 to 12 are regularly paired against each other as undercard fighters since 2022, keeping attendants glued to their seats before the headline cards arrive.
Actually, this is my first time experiencing a boxing match, and I must admit it's a sight to behold. It's a very, very amazing experience, and the energy and the passion behind what the juvenile boxing is so, I've just developed some love for it, and it's so fantastic.
I grew up watching Juvenile, and that was on TV, and that was it. But I fell in love with amateur boxing through one of the youngins, Mohamed Ablo, super duper fly guy, and then Prince Labi. So I think amateur boxing has a bright future if it is given the necessary attention.
This is Desmond Addy, an 11-year-old who trains with the Bukom boxing gym after school each day. He has 3 fights in his young career so far, and his record stands at 2 victories and 1 draw. For the young boy, becoming a world champion, just like other Ghanaians before him, will mean everything.
My brother's friend Majid introduced me to boxing, and I was 7 years at that time. I like watching Gervonta Davis fights because of him, and I want to be a world champion.
Addy takes his lessons from Augustus Dodu, a young man who is no stranger to mentoring the younger generation. It has not been an easy endeavor for him.
It's a normal training, like the normal, usual training that we normally do. But we basically don't put that much pressure on them. It's our normal gym work that we normally do, our pathways, our punching bags, and all up and down, our normal exercises. But we don't put much pressure on them. Some of these kids can sometimes go after train, go back home before we find something to eat. Sometimes it tends to be our burden to the coaches to even fit some of them.
Juvenile boxers are tested each day. They go through the toughest of training sessions and are expected to land big hits in the ring. It is only natural that questions will be asked about the health of these young boxers.
The common health risks that these juvenile boxers are likely to face, especially, will be one, head injuries. So due to the punches they receive, the blows, and then the punches they receive to their head, and then even it have a toll on their mental health as well. Sometimes they become anxious, they become depressed.
But this risky sport has its benefits. The likes of Azuma Nelson, Isaac Dobe, and others took their first swings at tender ages. Eventually, they became world champions. There is concern, though, on the development of the next generation of boxers. Legendary boxing manager Yofi Boham has a solution to this problem.
When I visited Cuba, I encountered the youth being picked up by gyms. Every gym has youth division, which, it's a good idea.
Juvenile boxing has everything: potential, excitement, and risks. It is not going away anytime soon, but it can only get better.